So I know what question's been burning through your head this entire time. How much of the map do we have? Well, we have the lower half of the map. There's a couple icons on it here. These will be the entrances to the catacombs. There's one here at the church, and there's another one over at that old military base. There's also some kind of strange star, and our next mission. Those are at the cemetery, so let's go there. Heading to check out Father Ignatius's crypt. See if perhaps that weapon he used is there. So there's a star on the map, and it's that red thing. Whatever could that be? Maybe we should investigate a little closer. Yeah, it's Mary. She's just kind of flying around eating people. And she can do this. She can just totally cancel out all your electricity. It's not permanent, but hey, it's annoying. And we can't really do anything to Mary at all. Because of course we can't. So we've staked a lot of vampires, and we're pretty close to getting a power. Let's just get these guys. And we should be about there for getting a new power. Just gotta stake this lady.
Idiots.
Okay, we have Shadow Stake now. This means that whenever we fly into an enemy with Shadow Swarm, we will kill them instantly. It's pretty handy, but it's not really practical a lot of the time, just because the controls when you're actually flying around are kind of bad. Well, maybe bad isn't the right word. They're kind of slow. Also, doing the Shadow Stake requires blood. But our next thing is upgrade a grenade, which I think is going to be the double grenade. I think it's that one. Because, of course, none of Cole's lightning powers are actually new in this game, so... But we did come here for a reason, so let's actually do the mission.
Hey Z, looks like I'm a little late. Vampire's God. The cross.
I like how that guy was just sort of standing there as the giant monsters were walking around. I want to see how this plays out. If you don't just run, then you deserve to be turned into a horrible monster of some sort. So there's new enemy. Got these firstborn. They are not that bad, actually. We can shadow stake them, actually, which is pretty neat. It doesn't kill them, it does do a lot of damage. You see, not that big of a deal. And then those other new enemies, that guy just kind of ran at me. Yeah, those guys aren't too bad either, except that there's like dozens and dozens of them.
Where's your buddy?
You want the barbed cross? Then open your eyes as a vampire. See only as we can. Embrace the hidden world.
So, new power. Also, notice that Cole's head is glowing. That's important. Because with this new power, there's, of course, shit to find. And Cole's head will glow when he's near shit that you can find with it.
The neckbiters had picked the right night to come out. Everyone in town was in costume, staggering around drunk. Fingers could walk the streets, folks didn't even notice. They were everywhere, and their numbers were growing. What is this? Blood?
They're stashing jars of blood where anyone could find them, a kid. Well, I guess it's my civic duty to find them and drink them all.
Oh boy, that sounds super tedious.
Ah, you can feel him, can't you? My pet posing as a human.
So here's another thing. Firstborns that are just kind of hiding. If you try to feed on them, they'll attack you, but you can just, you can murder them too. Also, you may have noticed that Cole's head was glowing red. That's how you know there's a firstborn around you can kill.
Was that really necessary? Come sunrise, you and he would have been the best of friends.
Now, it is very important to kill 10 firstborn as soon as possible, because you get the Magnum Bolt, and Magnum Bolt is super good here in this game.
Ladies.
Like, it's kind of ridiculous how good it is, so it's very important to get that as soon as possible. It's actually really easy to get. Like, all of the powers are actually really easy to get in this game. I mean, it is a short game, so. Got another jar here. Well, let's do this first. Priorities, people. So these jars are all over the place. There's 100 in total. And they're really easy to get. Not right now, but they will be.
The cross is ours.
So, did this firstborn that we're following just walk down the street casual as hell? I really wish we could have seen that. People just like, that's a nice costume you got there, man. Someone's really into Pyre Night. Got another jar. I'm not too sure about Cole's explanation for the jars. Like, some kid is just gonna drink a jar of blood just laying around. It's kind of a stupid ass kid. I mean, if you're that dumb, then maybe you don't deserve to be a normal person. So hey, guess what? The firstborn went into one of the 2 entrances into the catacombs. It's pretty crazy, right? You really shouldn't wave that fire around, man. It's kind of dangerous. I mean, there's some stuff here that you could set on fire. Just saying. Be careful, idiot.
Once again, Cole was lured back into the underworld. Following that big bat's echo, he was really ready to find that cross.
Oh, Cole was ready to do the thing that he's got to do to not be a vampire for the rest of his life? Thanks, Zeke. So upon a closer examination of the enemies, I was definitely thinking of the right kind of peacoat. I don't know what Cole has against peacoats, those are stylish. I have a peacoat. It looks good. Just saying, Cole. It's a nice jacket. Use vampire vision to follow the trail of the thief. I mean, there's only one way he could have gone, but still, you should use the vampire vision. Please. Come on, we spent a lot of time on the effect. Please just use the power. You see, Cole? Those shirtless guys? No pea coats. And how do they look? Bad. Just saying. Well, if Cole was wearing a pea coat, you wouldn't be able to see his sweet-ass tats, bro. Is there anything else in this room? Any jars of blood just laying around? Doesn't look like it. Well, except for that one right there. But other than that one, no, there's none. There really are only the 4 kinds of vampires, huh? Yep, that's it. All right. Oh, about to get upgraded grenades, you guys. Get hype. You guys with the knives are kind of terrible at everything, huh? Oh. No, Cole, please. There, okay, that completely missed him, but whatever. Yeah, double grenade. That's a good grenade.
Oh, finally. Hey.
So this firstborn is actually a different kind of firstborn than the other one. You can tell because he looks different. You can still do this though. And it still does a pretty good amount of damage. So meleeing firstborns is actually kind of not a bad idea. You'd think maybe it would be, but it's not. But you gotta watch out, these guys have a grab. And when they start teleporting around a lot, there it was. That's when they're gonna try to do it.
Okay, where's the cross?
The box was empty. The only thing inside were notes about how the cross was made. Oh, and Lord, did Ignatius get that thing made. The core was made of sacred wood. No joke. Edged in silver from King Solomon's temple, dipped in holy water from the Vatican, and blessed by the big guy himself. It was the ultimate bloodsucker slayer. And it was still out there somewhere. And if my buddy was gonna take down Mary, he'd need that weapon. Trouble was, he just had one night to find it. In the hours since being bit, Cole's body kept changing. New sensations started tickling at his brain, and he had to follow. He couldn't help himself.
New thing to do. Got glyphs. Well, you can check them out in a minute. Just want to get this jar first. So there's a few kinds of glyphs. We got these that'll just point you towards actual important glyphs. And they're going to give us this first one.
While following those finger marks, Cole started to feel something. A sense of belonging. Creeped him out.
Oh, we're going to learn some vampire history, some lore, some backstory. You betcha. Just gotta find the thing. There it is.
Marks lit up in his mind. He could understand what had been written there. It was a story meant to educate new vampires about the life and times of that blood-sucking bitch, Bloody Mary.
As I was strolling along the waterfront this evening, I was mistaken for a lady of the night by a group of 3 sailors. They sought to engage me, but could not agree over which one of them would get the pleasure of my company. Fortunately, I was able to play peacemaker. I assured them that if they could provide a soundproof room and a door with a sturdy lock, I would be happy to entertain all 3 of them. Well, this bargain was acceptable to all parties, and they were able to meet at least half my terms. The lock on the door was quite sturdy, and while some of their screams may have escaped the room, the sailors did not.
Man, I feel like I just learned so much about being a vampire there. So the UGC is back. Who gives a shit? Let's kill some firstborn because we need to get Magnum Bolt.
Look, man, that barbed cross is a big deal for these fingers. You got any idea where they'd hide something that valuable?
I don't know. You know what? Maybe the room might have kept Bloody Mary's corpse. I'll go check it out.
Right on. I'll meet you at the cathedral and we'll retrace your steps when you first went in.
Yeah, look, man, I appreciate the offer, but, I got this under control.
Sun's gonna come up. You only got a few hours left.
It's too dangerous, see? I better go.
You say so?
So our next unlock is upgraded rockets. That would kind of imply that we have rockets already. I'm totally not just completely forgetting to use them or anything. But that's the last unlock to get from just killing vampires, so let's work on that. Also, I mentioned that it's really easy to kill 10 firstborn. Well, it is. We'll be doing that in a minute, too. Because Magnum Bolt is super awesome in this game. Just take care of this first. So to kill a bunch of firstborn, all you have to do is just find a crowd of people and just wander around for a little bit. It takes like 5 minutes. It's really easy. Just gonna get to the part where it's done, because we want to see the same thing over and over again. And now we got Magnum Bolt, and Magnum Bolt is great. The main reason it's great is because it actually fires fast now. Look at that. Look at how fast that is. I certainly hope it didn't fire that fast in inFamous 2, and I just didn't know, because that's terrible if it did. So Mary is still hanging out in the cemetery. I don't need to worry about that too much, I guess. What we need to do is we need to find more of Mary's teachings, because there is an unlockable, as you saw. We're not going to kill any more firstborn, because there's nothing else to unlock from doing that. So who cares? But Mary's teachings, we get 5 of them, which would be half of them. Then we get something nice, so just look around the cemetery, because there is one here. There's actually 2 here, but I don't think the other one is available yet, or something. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, whatever. So the glyphs don't just point you to Mary's teachings. There's actually another thing, but we won't be seeing that yet. It's around here somewhere. That's not it there, is it? No. Let's see. Where would it be? Is that it right there? Yes, it is.
I often find myself at odds with clergymen, but I encountered one at an orphanage tonight who gave me pause. Despite my consuming most of his young parishioners, the father did not react in anger. He told me there was hope, that if I would repent, eternal paradise could still be mine. I explained that to mortals such as myself, the afterlife is of little value, for one must perish to reach it, and I cannot. Sadly, the Father will also be delayed in his journey, for I must confess that I converted him to a new religion that night. And as his new lord, I will demand a longer term of service than was required by his previous employer.
So did you know that Mary is evil? Did you know that? Did you know that Mary is evil? Because she's kind of evil. She's a little evil. I don't know if you noticed that, but she's kind of a bad person. I don't get how you're supposed to learn how to be a vampire from this. Like, hey, when I was a vampire, I bit somebody, and I killed them, and it was like, hey, that was pretty good. I'm gonna have to do this again. It's like, wow, that's instructional, man. I never would have known that as a vampire I need to, like, murder people and drink their blood. So let's try to track down 3 more of Mary's teachings. Because enhanced vampire sense is a lovely power. It makes everything very easy to do. You see, there's no other unlockable to get. So I see no reason for Cole, the superhero, to kill vampires that are hiding among people. That's not something you need to worry about, because there's nothing to unlock from doing it anymore. There was totally a prompt there. You saw that, right? I'm not going crazy, am I? Alright, got another one of Mary's teachings around here. So something that you should always do is fly and get a blood jar and smash it, because you're going to get your blood back when you do that. And if you get up high enough, you can usually see one somewhere close by.
I have just returned from a lovely respite at the home of a local governor. He was a man of considerable means, and he offered to deliver 10 victims in trade for each day I allowed him and his family to live. I enjoyed his hospitality for nearly a fortnight before he became unable to keep his end of the bargain, his delivery being short by 3 people. Well, I am not unreasonable. I took his wife and 2 daughters to make up the difference, and allowed him another full day of life to enjoy the fruits of his clever bargaining.
So we're pretty close to unlocking an upgraded rocket. Let's just fly around for a bit and see if we can't do that. And you can just thunder drop onto the jars, and that'll get them. You know, that totally won't just, like, splatter the blood all over the floor or something like that. Oh, here we go. Oh, Magnum Bolt is so lovely when it's fast. I don't think you guys understand how good this is. There we go, that's pretty good. So we just need one more, and then we'll have the tripwire rocket. And then I think we're gonna spend the next video collecting things, because there is a lot to collect. There we go. Okay, so next time we're going to be getting all of this stuff that we have to get. How about that?